just I just watched a video of this girl who quit her job in 2021, and then back in like 2024 she won her first film. She showed like the stories of like losing her mom, losing her apartment, losing everything, and that hit home for me because I was like, I remember 2019 was when I graduated. No, when I not graduated. What? When I dropped out of college and moved to Los Angeles, and I was in this artist house with 40 people sleeping in pods. And then fast forward, I got my own place, started working in Hollywood at this high rise as a leasing consultant. And the 9 to 5 structure was just draining the soul in me. I felt like I wasn't creative. I was only dancing in the garage, not out in the world. I lived where I worked and had no energy or time to pour into my creativity, into why I came out to Los Angeles in the first place. And I remember thinking like every day, like, when am I going to be the actual artist that I know I'm capable of being? And I would ask myself that every day after work, because I would get up at 8 a.m., get back home at 6. And I'm just like, this is just repetitive cycle that I just can't do forever. There's no fucking way this is going to be my life. And although it was easy because I love people, being a leasing agent was fun in the regards of like, oh, you get to tour people, get to meet new people, but like it wasn't my purpose. My purpose is to tell stories, to create, to dance, to sing, to just do anything that is expressive, right? And I remember when it was getting hard, it was during COVID time, and we couldn't leave, right? And when in that era, it was more so like we couldn't go out anywhere, everyone was quarantined. But then I started to think in those times, it was like, what am I without my art? What am I without my creativity? What am I without dancing, without writing, without singing, without, this life that I built for myself? Who am I? And I think that really struck a nerve in me to figure that out. So during COVID, I figured it out. I was just like, I am an artist through and through. Everything else in this world about having to work, having this, all the logistics and things that, left brain people think about constantly, money, this, not the third, I had no interest in. All I have interest in is dancing, acting, making music, helping people on set, modeling, singing, being on stage, directing, writing movies, like reading, like those are things that I live in. Everything else is bullshit to me. And I had to really think like, am I going to continue to pour my heart and soul into something that isn't going to ever pay me back, or make me a partner, or something that just sees me as a number, sees me as another employee rather than someone that has some substantial amount of worth. And I was like, no. So I remember one time what I did was, and this was a bowling point, is that I booked a music video that was kind of like an A-listers music video, and they just had a dancer being the main character, right? And I booked it. And I for some reason, I turned them down. I turned them down because I was like thinking about my job, thinking about rent, because I lived where I worked, and I was like, I can't just quit my job for this gig because they can fire me, and then after that I won't have a place to stay. So I didn't. I told them I couldn't do it, unfortunately. And I saw it, the video, and the dancer was the whole thing. They cast someone else who looked like me and everything else, and I was like, great, cool. But something burned inside me, and I was like, I am never choosing the ways of this world over the world that I see, the creative world, the creative space. I will never choose a job over a creative endeavor. Never again. Never again. It's fuck no, right? So I wrote this song called Demon, and I made a music video about it. And it was probably one of my most vulnerable songs I made, because in the music video is on YouTube, you can see it on my channel. And it's probably one of my most vulnerable because it's literally my journal entry during that time, what I was thinking, what I was going through, turned into a music video. And there's so much symbolism in it and so many things I throw in it that just show what I was going through in that time. And I chose to shoot that in 3 days. And I chose the people that I worked with, Netanel and Dino. They could do it through the weekday when I was literally like working, and I was like, "There is the only day they can do it," and I was like, "Yeah, let's do it." I without hesitation, I was like, "Fuck it, we're gonna use my apartment. It's probably gonna be the last time I'm gonna have it, so let's use the fuck out of my apartment. Let's shoot it in 3 days and make it happen." And we did. We shot the whole music video in my space, in my apartment. And I felt immediately after doing it, I felt so much better, because I was like, this is what I'm meant to be doing. I used my space and lost my space because of missing those 3 days of work. I told them that I tried to do the whole, like, let me give PTO or whatever like that. And they were like, no, like, you can't just do that. And I was like, I wasn't really asking. I was letting you know that if I don't, I'm not going to show up. So figure it out. And that literally was what the energy was. Because I've learned that corporations, they use you and use you and use you. But the moment you need help, or you need to be, you need to do something for yourself, that's not related to you being sick. That's not related to you, having a sick day or off day or whatever like that. You just need to do something for yourself. It's a no. It's not company policy. Well, my policy is that I'm an artist first and I'm an employee second. So I left. I went. And I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. Sorry. And I shot a music video. Now, fast forward to most recent, is that the beautiful thing is that what I've been doing lately for the last 3 years, I think, while I was in school, was fully creative. I haven't clocked in. I don't plan on clocking in. But the video that inspired me was just to make this video was that she was saying that she quit her job and she didn't know what she was going to do. And I was like, I often live in that. I often live in that moment of like not knowing what's going to happen, but knowing that I'm going to be taken care of, because I feel divinely protected by God's like path of what he throws my way. When I don't have anything going on, it's just like I know there's something going to happen, or he's in the background making shit shake, because that's how I've been operating my whole entire career. My whole entire life has been like, do I make this move? If it presents itself, if God makes something happen, then yes, I'm supposed to make this move. I was literally in high school. I just graduated. A couple of days after that, I was like, I'm moving to Los Angeles. Just said it out loud, and things worked their way out for me to get on this Greyhound bus. Took like in 3 days to get there. Crazy. It's insane. And I was just like, I'm there. I had no money, 2 suitcases, and fast forward, it's March 2026. And I guess I just understand that there is beauty in just risking it all. And there is beauty in that. And there's so much magic when you see, I guess, you trusting your gut, that it was right all along, that you knew what the fuck you were doing all along. And I just think that there's going to be a point in time when I'm going to look at all the videos that I've made and all my Instagram posts and everything else about keeping going and pushing and pushing and pushing, and on my TikTok and Facebook and Instagram, and just realizing that like I literally did that. I kept going and kept going, and that's why I will be where I will be in the near future, because I feel like it's creeping its way in and it's coming, and I'm speaking that over my life because I feel it. And all this content and all these things are just going to be like moments. But right now it sounds like, oh, he's manifesting or delusional. And yeah, I am manifesting. I am delusional. But I think with this world and life and career that I chose, you have to be. Especially in the world, you have to be. I think delusion is the one thing that keeps you from going insane. because the world is an insane place to live in if you truly, truly dig deep spiritually and think about it. We do all this stuff for nothing that we say we're supposed to do, but don't choose to do what our hearts truly desire. And the artist is an anomaly because we do. And that is why art is so undervalued, but valued at the same time. The artist and the artist's life and journey is the epitome of a double-edged sword. The world consumes art to escape, but it refuses to acknowledge it as something that is a necessity. And I find that interesting and creative. But yeah, that is a talk that I wanted to say. I'm about to go into this room for an audition. Talk soon.